Are you going to charge for a set of nails that matches that clutch? Your client walks in the door and she is demanding that you match a set of nails to that beautiful snakeskin clutch. How exactly are you going to go about this? There's so many ways to achieve an awesome, amazing snakeskin look. Now, this is gonna be a fill. She's telling you she doesn't want to break the bank. And because this is a fill, it's not gonna be insanely expensive, but still, depending on the direction you go, you can tack on a lot of colors and the charge and the price tag can go up really quick. So you wanna keep that in mind and try to keep the expenses under some kind of control. How are we gonna do this? How are we gonna accomplish this? These are questions that I cannot give you an answer to. There is someone that can answer these questions for us. Tracey Reierson.
You're so dramatic.
I enjoy it.
I can tell.
And I also enjoy hearing about you talk about how you're gonna actually achieve this. I'm really curious, like there's so many directions to go. What do you have in mind?
With the colors that she showed me in her purse, obviously, like you said, she doesn't want to break the bank. She broke the bank on the purse.
Exactly.
So we're gonna try to keep it simple for her nails, but I'm really feeling like we're gonna be probably doing like a gel polish, and then over the top of the gel polish, we'll just airbrush the snake design, which will be really simple.
Okay, I'm really curious if you're gonna go multiple colors on the airbrush, gel polish, what's it gonna cost? I guess we're gonna find out. I'd like to know one thing. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Yes!
Okay, let's cover the products we're gonna use. The color I'm going to be using is Manicure Beige 101. I'm gonna be using gold foil. The Airbrush Paints is gold and black. The way we're gonna get our snakeskin is we're gonna use the Into You netting. Okay, so I've already done a fill on myself. We've done this in previous episodes. You can check it out. It's very quick, very simple. It takes about 15 minutes. But now we're ready to go into our gel polish. So we're gonna start with our Protein Bond first. The reason we want to use Protein Bond first, this is really gonna add that extra insurance that nothing is gonna chip away from our enhancement. So I always recommend using this prior to your gel polish. One coat will do it. We're ready for the gel polish. Now there's no need to use a base since we're going over an enhancement, so we're gonna go straight into our color. We're gonna use Beige 101, and we're gonna get a nice coat on all 5 nails. Again, let's put this on. This is a beautiful, just like really nice nude. I've used it many times. I like this one because it really goes with everybody's skin tone. And the coverage is really, really nice on it. Keep going. Put a nice amount on. You don't have to go severely thin. You don't want to glob it on. Sometimes when we get a gel polish that has a nice coverage, we tend to really over apply it. This doesn't need much. It's just a really nice thin coat. Get this all over. Now, if you're first working with a gel polish and you want to do just 1 or 2 nails at a time because you're afraid it's going to run into the cuticles, that's not a problem. Just do 1 or 2 nails, get it in the light, and work on the other hand. Now we're ready to get it under the light for 30 seconds. Okay, so I have a really nice even coat on these. The pigmentation is really covered everything really nicely, so I'm not gonna put a second coat. We're gonna just go right into our different looks. Okay, so we're gonna start with our foil. I'm gonna get some pieces out. Just put it out here on the table. So I'm just gonna grab a gel brush. We're gonna pick up our foil and we're gonna place it down on the nail, and I'm just gonna trail it out, just tapping it in different areas, breaking up the pieces, and just randomly applying it. If you want to break up a piece, so there's little spots exposed where you see that beautiful beige 101. I think that's good. Once I have it, I like to make sure I come through, I clean the brush off, and then I just push down on the foil so there's nothing poking up. Okay, let's do the thumb. Grab a big old piece, push it down. I love how foil just goes right into that sticky layer. Pushing it down, wipe it up, and I'm gonna start taking that tip of that brush and I'm gonna break that foil up. So there's just pieces, random pieces, and I'm starting to expose that gel polish underneath. Okay, once I have it, I want to break it up a little bit more. I'm gonna take that tip, break it up. Once we have what I'm looking for, I'm gonna push it down with that gel brush so it's nice and flat. Okay, let's move on to airbrushing. Okay, so we're gonna pull out our airbrush gun. The first color that we're gonna use is that beautiful gold color. Make sure we shake it up. And I think we're gonna go ahead and airbrush the pinky and the pointer. I'm gonna leave this one alone. So let's get a couple drops in our well. Now I don't need much. I just want a little shimmer on the nails. So I'm just gonna put a couple drops in. Okay, so we have a table towel out. We're gonna turn our airbrush on. Like I've explained before, I like to kind of make sure, see what kind of stream I'm getting on the table towel before I go to the nail. This one, I think we're gonna just kind of do a gold fade up. So let's just hit that tip, kind of fade the gold into that nude color. Take a look, tip a little bit more. I'm good with that. I think this one, I wanna just hit a line down the center. So we're gonna change it up a little. There we go. Let's move on to the next. So I've already fleshed the gun out. I've changed the color. We have a very detailed video on how to clean your gun, so go ahead and check that out. There is a link in the video, and we are ready to go. So I've put the black paint in the well. I need to grab my netting. Now this is gonna be a little more challenging because I'm airbrushing myself, so it's kind of harder to hold the netting and airbrush yourself, but we're gonna give it a whirl. Make that netting nice and tight on that pinky. So if you're doing a customer, you just want to make sure it's wrapped around, it's nice and tight, it's not puckered up. Now that we have that, I'm going to turn my airbrush gun on, and we're going to do that same kind of fade up with the netting. Don't want to cover all the gold. I'm going to hit it lighter towards the end. We're going to release that netting, and that's what we have. So now we need to wrap the netting around this one. Same netting. Get it nice and tight as possible on my own nail. Again, it's a little more difficult to work on yourself, but I think we have it. So this one, I'm not going to fade it up. I'm just gonna hit different areas of the whole. We're gonna cover the whole nail. So this one, I'm gonna hit kind of the lightly black all over the whole thing, and then I'm gonna hit the tip, make that darker. And then I think I'll do a little bit back here and make that darker. And we are good. Let's release it and see what we have. Next, we're gonna take our YN stain resistant top coat and top coat the nails. Okay, let's get a nice amount over. Now you really wanna make sure you cover the whole nail when you're airbrushing. That way when you wipe the dispersion layer off, none of the airbrush comes off. Let's get a nice coat on the foil. I tend to go a little heavier over the foil, that way I don't feel it. Or you can always top coat twice. Also, what's kind of cool about the foil is because we're doing a snakeskin look, it kind of has that appearance. It kind of has that scaly look. So it works on all levels. Okay, let's get it in the light for 1 minute. Gonna grab our swipe and let's remove that sticky layer. This will also help clean the skin from the airbrush paint.
We have our snakeskin inspired set of nails. The customer got exactly what she asked for. The big question, now that the set is done, is exactly how much?
$80.
$80?
It's a value, right?
That's shockingly low. It is a value. I'm genuinely surprised. How do you get to $80? I'm actually trying to figure this out in my head as we do it. Explain.
Let's hope I did it right. Okay, so $60 for the fill.
Okay.
We have $10 for the airbrush when I pull it out. That includes one color. We did an additional color, so that's an additional $5. So that's at $75. And we did a foil. That's $80.
There you have it. That is a crazy deal. Go to your nail tech, bring in your favorite piece of inspiration. Ask them to create this look. They should be able to do it. I think this is an incredible deal for the airbrush, for the art, and the look of this set, Tracey, is doggone gorgeous. I have to say myself.
Did you purposely go?
I sure did. And we will see you next week on How Much.